Unlike Muri is not expressly mentioned in Toyota production system. Muri means overburden or unreasonable. You create Muri whenever you put your team under stress by demanding unreasonable or unnecessary work that exceeds their capacity. Muri can drastically decrease your team's productivity and efficiency. So you need to identify the steps of your process that overburden the organization's work system. There's a strong relationship between Muri and Mura because load can only be leveled with a sound method for batching the work. By this, we mean the scope and scale of the work needs to be achievable. So the load cannot be too big. The idea that workload needs to be appropriate is visible in last planner system, which has a fundamental rule that tasks should be properly sized. It is also impossible to commit if you are overburdened, and this constitutes one of the commitment rules as a result. Again, underpinning the Crown House technology system is balancing of the workload in relation to specified zone size. All of these approaches intend to increase the predictability of work throughput because that is the most effective way to get work done within the time allowed. Overburdening people and equipment works against these goals. More than this, not only is overloading recognized as a potential cause of waste, waiting, that is, underloading, is recognized as being something that can improve throughput when used to support wider project goals. What we are learning here is that maximizing individual resource utilization can act against project as a whole. This is the antithesis of the lean and mean reductionist image frequently held by managers. Perhaps the most common evidence that Muri is widely considered is planned maintenance and servicing of equipment and infrastructure. There are different causes of Muri. For example, difficult, dangerous, or dirty tasks, anything that leads to burnout, repetitive strain injury, humiliation, poor ergonomics, requesting supplier demand without forewarning and planning, excessive stress, mistreatment of materials, for example, storing parts in inappropriate conditions, pushing machines and tools leading to increased wear and tear, and loading a vehicle or container beyond its weight limits. All of these generate Muri types of waste. Having the correct equipment and using it properly makes the work safer and healthier. By making the work healthier and safer, we have also made it quicker and more effective. As you can see in this photo, the fixing and joining using this method is less likely to be defective because access is easier. We so often hear how people think health and safety regulations make things more difficult. However, modern experience shows that work that is healthy and safe is more productive. In this slide, you can see cast iron pipe trolley. It is highly maneuverable with only one person. It is not just the flow of materials that needs to be considered. The flow of work is as important, and that means making the installation and construction works as easy and simple as possible. This brings ergonomic into play. Here you can see an access scaffold. You can see on the right-hand side a series of steps that provide access to the working platform. This removes the need to bend and twist in order to gain access to the working platform, directly saving time and indirectly saving delay caused by back and muscular injuries and complaints. In this slide, an innovation outside the building service area is evident through the use of climbing scaffolding platform. These maintain an occupationally healthy working height for the bricklayers, as the scaffold moves slowly up the building. The bricklayers were continuously working at or near waist height. The materials they needed to lay the bricks were stored just behind them, being replenished at intervals by the laborer. Although initially skeptical of the benefits of climbing scaffolds, the bricklayers were quickly appreciated the difference it made to their level of physical discomfort and tiredness because they no longer needed to bend and stretch extensively. It was an added bonus that they were afforded some degree of protection by the platform covering.